Take off your responsibility as a father. Respect, I do say it here. You earn it, you don't force it. Look at everybody pack out in social media. Just to make noise, rant, and all of them have one deformity or the other. Look at the other one. Normally, in Europe here, it is very common. I've never seen any part of the law that will make them to collect children from the man and give, children from the woman and give to the man. It's only when you are mentally derailed. That's okay, your mental capacity, you cannot take care of the children. The children will be collected from you, give to the man. These are the same people fighting for the palace. Look at this very useless boy in Sweden, who they confessed one time that Oibo they knock his own wife, collect 50 euro from Oibo, may go knock his wife. He also agreed in one of his useless whatever that are you not going to talk about midgets who sold up his destiny and made an amigo? No poor man, not poor destiny on Bologna. No, cut it. Let me also mention this idiot, this deputy idiot brother that lives in Germany. Look at all of them. Most of them, they can't even write their name. They cannot do an exposition the way I'm doing it right now, where at the end of the day, you are supposed to come out with a topic like this. Let people like us feel guilty. That to say we were misinformed. All they just do, threaten, as if they have monopoly of violence. Who have given you people the... Okay, don't you also think that the person you are planning for, at the time you succeeded in doing something, is the person going to fold up his hand and say, thank you for hurting my family, or thank you for hurting my parents? He's not going to fold up his hand. In every action, there is always a reaction. Let's get that categorically clear. So most of you right now, we are not talking to you. We might be saying, I don't put live video, man. We are talking to the people who change your brain. And we are also here also to also free you from this mental slavery. Because you were groomed to it. Not that it's a normal way of life. That's why up to now, they don't have any case. They don't have any case against anybody, say because of one few. They cannot go to court and defend this nonsense. Rather than they try to make sure you start using verbal word. And we will not use that same verbal word against them. But if they pack one person, they should be expecting 100 to fall from their own side too. If they pack one person with this your arrogancy, you no matter where you go, you no go where you defend the palace. I think there's supposed to be a bigger hands spiritually that would also okay and the palace can go and invite some voodoo and moodoo from India. Why are you wasting your time? And the more you feel you are advocating for the palace, the more giants are rising up. You can see the two people I just mentioned recently. Word updates. They have become and choosing. Automatically, good luck. Adeboye's Fagalicious native daughter. He have also come out to speak the truth. That is just the truth. Now, where would I keep una sense? Why not the reason well like every other person's? What is hard to really digest here? Your father is not doing well, is not doing well. No amount of propaganda that will stop this thing. We're not going to be now, but we are not going to be doing that. But if you come, if you got bring it on, how was this very Europe built today? It was built with truth. They tell themselves the truth. The king of Spain ran. Why did he run? He go seek asylum somewhere. He did Abu Dhabi as we speak now. Because there was some fraud that was found in him. He resigned immediately and handed over to his son, Felipe VI. His name is Juan Carlos. He ran. You need to see Spanish. They call him a manner of names. Who do I do people? Now, not many. In terms of hierarchy of whatever, you are minority even in Nigeria. Look at how Fulani just came from nowhere. So take over your land away from you. Your ancestral land. You cannot access road to farm. You don't know shame. And none of you talking about that. Did Oba people tell you people that he has a problem? He doesn't have a problem. Maybe by now it might have, it's okay. What am I not doing well? Let me start doing it well. Instead of you guys to also say, okay, if you really love the tradition, one or two things that you also observe from other persons or from where you domicile abroad here, you'll still understand that, if I were to talk about the way you are treating us, this is not the same way it's done here. Most of the welfare in the UK is done by the royals. Spanish here, the king supports the government. If any disaster day now, as the prime minister, the president, they show, the king they show along with them in solidarity. We have not seen any moves by any palace chiefs or any governmental agency who show solidarity. So okay, at this community, so and so thing like this happen. Let's go and show solidarity with them. The only time it happened then was during Obaseki. That's the time it happened then. Even during campaign, the people they buy with their campaign vehicles, they did not pay those people condolence visits. After all, that one don't die. For how long are we going to keep on living in this menace? And what's really interesting you guys about this very nonsense? Any traditional institution that frightens its people is demonic and useless. They're not two ways about it. Tradition is the things that are supposed to make you happy. It's not something that they force you to do. It's supposed to be inherent and you are born with it. Just the same way children are born to just born and start, performing all manner of things. You don't need to teach children how to play. It's inherent in them. That's what tradition be. It will also come to a time you'll be able to put sand for head before. When you now grow up, you find out that, okay, you need to start putting sand into your head. Then why you also be taught by your parents gradually. The real tradition and the one where your parents tell you. How many of your parents, you guys are supporting evil now, that your parents taught you to support lies? Even to the updates that these people has also. Or when Matayagoba dole do yi. Okay, emenazu wata. They know okay, we were wagwan Latin. Okay, azu wa nana okay no. No wagwan Latin, wagwan after the okay, azu wa this thing you said is a lie. For that simple reason you are arguing about. You can't see them categorically bring up one particular thing that look at this thing you said. Before you start labeling people, you should be able to have facts. This thing you said though is lie. Oh. Okay, now what was the crime of Nnamdi Kanu? He said when if Oba died now, he said that they use human being head till they do the burial. Now instead of a Edolian to say that thing allow. Now, before they happen, they happen again, for them to let us know, they'll just start quarreling. Okay, now, let's assume now this one is a controversy. Oba married two sisters, for example. He not married two sisters, now lie, not be two sisters, marry, Me, I just call their papa for your present now, not be two sisters. They'll start quarreling. This one where Beleo don't wear rat go don't eat corn. Beleo go the worry school. He don't be not doing. Or when not when I mean na person will vomit. Now say me then see what he eat. Now why are you guys doing a lot of things? We were not the one that sent over Benin to Abuja to go and say okay, now God now bring a Tunubu before the ancestors constantly give us Bebolo. We have the right to ask questions. Your Highness, the governor where ancestors bring, how far? Then he go see come back to us, okay, or I win our say, I knock our dinner. Or when my yakwe, when I wait not to yakwe, or you they're not dolly. But on the norm, we are not supposed to start fighting ourselves, rather than let's see how we can be able to build up our society by telling ourselves the truth. Or where matter. Now, any person that is adding lies to this very activism, our ancient father will consume them and everything around them. Like this very midget I was talking about just now. When nobody no man can idiot in it. To the extent where I go offense go. Yokata, amaya mura be wa the same person now. No when I am mwiro ma be wa. When he himself we are speaking the truth because are kati yen be na be tie bo yana. Ona you befeku. Oga magbon before your ancestors use you, echo we mana pure they can't use you. It's not easy for you to be called. For guys where the journey might be very risky in most cases. But if you consistently keep speaking the truth, one day, who we adoye na igareba. You just come strong. You don't know what to make you strong. Not today, that is not today move you again. You just day your day. That's why if you got the I think I came here right now not too furious or I want to start using some verbal languages. Rather than as many that is watching, look at how we got here. Why have they really failed from their responsibilities? What's the responsibility of the government? What's the responsibility of the palace? Have they been able to meet up? Now, government is continuation, as we said. If they really want the state to go forward, now, Obaseki have a lot of foundation you have laid. Start building it already. You complete the building. But why are they neglecting it, doing other things? Taxpayers' money were used. A lot of things, Oshomo Power Plant is shut down, Moa shut down, Radisson Hotel shut down, wherever they do whatever, what's this thing called? Wherever they do a survey, whatever, shut it down. Everything shut down. Now you don't want everybody to just keep quiet, begin to do like zombie, they go. Or what be one? One thing that constant in life is change. The book of Ecclesiastes 3 from verse 1 said there is time and there is season for everything. There is time for us to be an Notin, while there is time for us to also speak out. I told us before now, the era we are right now, we used to be in the era of believing. Whatever, no. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oba Sohan, yes, sir. Oba Isiagbon, yes, sir. Osaloba Nupogeva, yes, sir. Everything, yes, sir. We are now in the era of knowing. That's why it was scripted in that John 8 verse 32. He said, you shall know. That to say, as you are reading it, they are already, a scale of preference ahead of you that you are going to be coming across tomorrow. You shall know the truth. We are no longer in the era of believing. We are not in the era of knowing. We want to know the reason why we have Oba. We want to know their use. Or Renana. And propaganda can no longer cover this. Now, for those of you that live in Spain and you are supporting this very nonsense, just tell your children one day, Uwe Ture ducha con fuego. That's what it means in Spanish. Obano Yerenhue. Uwe Ture ducha con fuego. And let's see if that your child will not insult you. Or you are in England. Don't meet any of those Briticos. Just making bar with fire. Say, are you stupid? Bar with fire for what? Is he trying to roast himself or something? This is the notion and the narrative Edo people want to make sure that we keep on in this very delusion. I can't get it. Now, maybe you are in Sweden, like this idiot, or wherever you are supporting from. Translate this very thing to your children, either in German or in Italian language, that your king bow with fire. You cannot do this thing for too long again. My next prayer is that anybody else is Sumuwu. That's why I think it was last year precisely when I found out that this thing had been there for more than 800 years. Look at this whatever now. Then I now say, okay, we need to start returning the ministry. Since we declare we talk about Sunhu, I think they know in the before, but and it must happen. Also, buy a fair soon. Because why? We have done our analysis forensically or whatever, that the people that stand to make sure the state is better. Let's assume now the palace is standing where now I can develop it, man, and we will not develop it. I develop it will help the people. Then automatically you are not enemy to the palace. Imagine you are controlling the people's brain from the palace. To the extent they might have now, this same very thing that you are doing now, if they do you treat you like that in your working place, how will you feel? The same very injustice. That when one man is above the law, and even to Nigerian constitution, is supposed to be under local government, not even measuring with the states. If I don't really know what is coming for them, why are you repenting? This is not a winnable fight for you guys, and we're losing, and I don't already lose. That's why we don't have too few activism to. You know, when I told you guys one time that we own the spiritual headspace, we decide what happens. Who are losing banana totally. When I do a see problem in you, what or demon. Because this same medicine you are doing right now, your children go to rape. The very day your children will speak the truth, they will lead on them. If you want to make yourself relevant, go and read. Create topics on your own. You can see that most of the time, I ask Notin to my activism. Because you have to read whatever thing you are doing, that you have to research or read. You have to read. You don't just come on. If you must. So even call people Ogionba, for example, they call it in a unique manner that people go through no say me men Ogionba. No, you explain the person's character. No problem. No problem. Then Obaseki try to give autonomy to the Enigis. It makes him Ogionba. That is what is Joseph Ogieho. No suhu wagmole egne egbe egbun. Or one year more Obaseki ba. Now pay, your father should be paid according to the constitution. Obaseki did those things. He become an enemy to the palace just to plead this Joseph Ogieho, his father's whatever. Then he started misbehaving. If you choose to be a slave, but there must be a modality which God have designed for us to live this very life. The kind of life God have destined for us is what we are presenting to you now. A king should have his own jurisdiction. He should know his own duty. It is not for any king to subject his whatever into slavery. It's not possible. Slavery area is gone. It has been wiped. We are no longer in the era of slavery. You cannot be adding what you did in 1897. You want to come and use it to rule us now. Make way now. Even the same Edo today, there was a time that the Beninese, they revolted that they are no longer going to be worshipping again during Obare Wakbe. And it's going to happen again. And this one is not going to be much crazier. The Benin, they left. They said, no, we cannot keep on paying homage. They left. He went to go and consult Oracle. The Oracle told that something must have to be done. Atonement to be done. Now, one of his wife is then Boho. According to the lie they told us, that he used herself as a sacrifice to restore the palace. Now, since the palace have been restored, what have been the importance of the palace up to today? All these vagabonds, all these Australian wallaby, all these sentimental knives, all these ewu meriji, they cannot in an eloquent manner explain to you the use of the palace to the people. I can still perceive it today. We abide. He did give up herself to restore the palace. was bad. Human being they used. These are the same people that sold slaves. They sell slaves, they sell human being. Up to today, if you watch their arrogancy, there is no form of repentance in them. That's why that mentality era, you go see Oba. Nice day with them today. You go see Oba, go and ask what it means. Are you say yes, they say? Ask your parents. Then I ask them, they know how can be over and you can see that logically they are still practicing all these things. By the grace of God, the very day the troop of Donald J. Trump entered Nigeria, oh what for? I don't say the habit of the nation. In terms of spirituality, or where do is siagbon, or meaning do is siagbon. Idu is the credo of human civilization. Or the hope, the very day, the reason why a lot of people are raising, or a lot of you don't know, a domina lago down, and no other state in Nigeria will go better. There is uniqueness in that very state. That's why God is raising people like us all to speak. If you look at the way our ancestors also guide us, we don't speak verbally. We don't threaten people. No. We tell you the truth from here. One or two people is also going to pick up this very video tomorrow. You start shouting November. And all these are what is already in their history. The Pidgin, they know about it. The Portuguese, they know about it. They know about it. They know about the old records are out there. How they will use 10 men, 10 good men, use a change umbrella. These same people. At least there should be modernization, whatever things we do. Our father go through it because why? Because our right now, don't know yet. But to round up this very video, any person you touch his father, your own will be touched. Any person, una yowera loto, una unuma gweta. Then the priority no wame wayate magion batie bonate bono wana gberavani action anything on ground. You will be heated more than the way anybody have ever been heated. Any waya where now the same being all of us for command. While they have a ziba, why they actually commit a crime? It's like what Aswan said. Election were very white daft. He said, you guys could even ring election in a matured manner. Look at all of them. Look at all of them. Where don't tell the story now? You don't know how to fight. The more you are fighting for the power, the more palace you are there. Meta ne wana gbenane guana. Yen aju wazese. Me awa you wazese. Ze uwa agam you can yagmoin because. Like now, we are fighting for the land to be better. You can see that there's improvement every day by day. Go to YouTube now and see a video now. People are tossing up, people are commenting. Or my year before now, Boriri. Or my year before, yeah, I went and then not today that name. I think as we have posted this in the other day, chef. A t-shirt, man, has one job. Who are more, who are customized, yo. Where Yeruni or Yema where you want total freedom for yourselves. Who will build that when where you talk? This slavery must have to stop. It must have to stop. It must have to stop. What are traditional law? What's supposed to be their major duties? Is it not to make sure everywhere is fine? Any area the government is not doing well, call the government to order. Up till now, no press conference from the palace, no press conference from government house. People are there supporting nonsense. I see midget brother writing in law. Where in law? Why we born? Where marry who? Umaya not one. You know ya mueria. I know why you're taught to that riffraff because a woman be bad. You know you ain't go 21 because it was one first one useless whatever. But you were a big young really. You ain't have to say you are or win law. Very useless family. Or two were not doing senseless, very senseless. Senseless set of people. Even when I bought you when on your one, I have money man negbe. A family they pray primary certificate can match all the one. Very useless set of people. Why instigate a problem? Vous we am where am we maman who nous zaga wagon. Anti immediate. Wama osalobo ati osalobo maka tiotun we nene ne call na can miss call. Immediately you worry about whatever you sefa. Look at two of them. Very useless set of family. Why instigate a problem? Comment I will vampire you? Head of Taga Lion Tam Twin. Or te fiagmo you talk. Or ye no bale going rob you or useless a life up to today. Who say ya overgetting? When over we book what you would have do? Wage when anybody wamami you wa forget it. When I am mujo where mo who wa gbopa gbe 100 wa salwa. Now no na sabi do bad. Okay, why they come out now na be school boy. En wa fi wa na magbera na iri eni. As any man the organic one run. You don't need to join any otu. We me one mass squad. When amateur when they move. Mona bring on now. One more la street. What do you think people like us have been on this very media advocating? I not go jail. When man yegan, we flip when I yegan. Was salwa. You see say na bato kopes you yomba. Boreva. No me bobo mama so we no sell you o man no boy one me bobo na you are going to see how all of you is going to be raided. One mudia heaven on day. You guys thought it's a joke. There are things that was saying, what there are a lot of things. You forget about it. You might have a problem with what? Or two work big young big uno do you again over. It will do you one day. When I used to get violent. Aru pa wa yaro we wa mama me we agbon mama waro wa yata wa jealousy. Position yourself where let God use you. Wa position de bu wa se ge ko we ma. Any person at a mission na we a family ni or represent a family or agbon a day we come we clear we why not do why God cannot even call you because you are a bad person. Why you want myself? Check people now where they fight me do better. We leave speaking the undiluted truth. Then we must say, let's go to debate. 1 minute. Mena said you will debate. Mena occupy a podium. Now do value in already now. Wow, can you give any references? Can you even explain the meaning of neo-colonialism? A problem in Nigeria, we now going where in 2 minutes no explain it. Can you explain it? But a youth in Aya working now, very senseless set of people. E negbe gwan you meso wa ko wa fen uri nu e ya gbe comment modan lo won modan lo where is secret modan lo ga bati se unu wa gbe lo wa we mo ku won ya dot won yi no mu e destiny dia wa me gbe kin ayiba abi we ma go tun we o mu we destiny dia mo si ra comment wo kan we do gbin na the palace. Obu we one of Bunale Palace. Wa load the palace in line. E gonna tu we na weta agbo we dife. E me no tun weta. E ta gele gbo. Abi we wo re no. Osioba wa sun hu wa gmo. E wa na deye calamity. You guys are in Europe. Europe is not in you people. E mwake kan sense of humor wa ro pa me. It must be palace. We fighting everywhere. We man we have a problem. Don't you know you have a problem? Fight for your let every one of you fight for your individual's life. What I mean, matter mama we get that what they do. Our life to ban. Oh, what we na Ubinane Palace. We got no wena. We come on no Ubinane Palace. Unu viari no. Ubinane Palace. They have nothing to say. I'm fighting for the palace. I'm fighting for the palace. Who told you the palace have a problem? A palace is no one who are waiting and come. Why are you people not joining the palace to protect your ancestral land? What's in Wakere full and error? Who are fixing you? Okay, my problem was here full and error. About us kidnapping a redo. Abi, you see, ere na veruwa bi yuwa no ho wa na vie ka oriedo uwa nye o ni make so right from time all ti work out there we Fulani as a 2000 and whatever you have the ammunition like nana. Why is he no longer saying it now? Egbe no man egbe te ku myokpa ya zopa Iruwana wa bie ona bie lo mono useless. A reasonable person no reason say will not open up his live video, see what the palace meant for the people, not go on your kekan. It didn't work to well. Go and check what other kings are doing. Focus your attention only on King of Spain or anywhere king are in the world. Yage Dubai waya leli wana ya delowa. No way Dubai took Bowa. As a 1990 here, Dubai was like a desert. Yage today wana ya delowa. Why don't you also okay? This is a king. What is the difference between me and this very person? Let's assume the GDP of this very man is $54 billion, for example. Let's assume my own GDP is $1 billion. Do the little you can. Leave the rest for God. Why wait up? Tell me where is safe in Edo today. Tell me one particular place. Okay, this is the place. Was ever ran or no? Or na wala den gbinana gwa. Or na den gbinana gwa. What gbinana gwa? When I know that you have a very big problem or red buwe alone, say 10 years where take gbina. Very net buwe. Wana gele buwa. Or see any vidana sunu that one bon. Most of your ancestors, they were not happy with the palace. They forced them out of their will. They obeyed them because they have no other alternative. We are here when I'm with forensic machinery. With their lead there with their licenses. They are dead because you think we want to remediana. Do you know how many idiomas? No one more tomopola no we be kana wato. Bring it on. You know why it is ya press your son. Ewu wa wulo. Wa de ti wa gun. No miran you. Mama negbe. Emi wa segba wa do azu go. Nonsense. Please let me believe in you guys. See you some other time. Jah Rastafari Selassie man. Yes. Imagine. Huh? You'll be fighting for power. The power doesn't even know whether you exist. There is no one particular single thing. This is what the palace stand for. Who are these? So let's judge what we are supporting it down. You want to make sure everybody remain slaves. One media, look at what the palace stand for. Oh, you know, you're forcing people to be a slave. If you want to even start taking law into our hands, can you still fight for 5 minutes? Where you take banana for 5 minutes? Ekiro wa la media ne. Wa naked one of we bona time to come in. Why see you so? People go naked you. Don't you see where the people are waking up? Don't you see the way people are waking up? Wa we platform wa taleva wa talitata toto wa. Orionba ma fedi ne. Also about suhu. Is it bad for somebody to be your enemy? I'm not a slave now. When a slave, we're more here.